Welcome to Doughboys Double. I'm Nick Weiger along with the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. Mitch.
Wags.
I feel like it's a Rumbley's time bomb right now. We both just ate a whole bunch of food for a future mainline episode.
Yeah.
And so that's all, kind of finding a home.
I went to the doctor yesterday to address stomach problems. And then had stomach problems this morning.
Oh, boy.
Or moments before I came here. That's kind of gross because I'm just saying, like, I shit before I came.
Well, I think if you hadn't been that graphic, people would have been like, oh, he's just feeling he's got some indigestion or he's got some acid reflux or something.
No, it was as bad as you thought.
Oh, boy.
And I ran over here, and then I ate, I guess what you could, garbage, I guess you could describe it as.
Well, hey, we'll disclose our fork score on a future episode, but... Yeah, I think it's in the garbage category.
It's close to garbage.
It's close to garbage.
Garbage-esque.
Yeah, if it was on a mound with a bunch of like tires and like discarded diapers, like that would be like a natural home for it.
I would be excited if I found it there because I'd be like, I don't have to eat the diaper. I can eat this.
Right, I thought I was going to have to take a tire to the dome. Instead, I kind of got some approximation of Italian food.
Anyway.
Because you have to, if you're at the dump, you have to eat something.
Yeah, you got to eat.
Well, you're not going to eat? You need your strength. You're at the dump.
You're locked at the dump.
In this scenario, you're locked at the dump.
It's our night at the museum, locked in the dump.
The garbage comes alive.
Amelia just left. That's who I was waving to.
Bye, Amelia. I like how we were less than 5 minutes into an episode. She's like, all right, I'm out of
here. Goes quick. Wears off the Doughboy sheen wears off pretty quick. It's like with Simpsons table years, I lasted I probably thought they were fun for probably a year or so.
When you're going to the table reads, the full cast is there and they're doing the voices and you're hearing a new episode aloud for the first time. That's right. A cool experience.
Homer, Marge,
don't forget Mo.
All of them are there. They're all there.
Dr. Hibbert is there.
Oh, Wags, I can't do that voice.
And Apu is there, of course.
Oh, thank you. Try again.
And, of course, this is the crossover episode where Cleveland from Family Guy stops by.
That one I can do. Look.
Yeah.
The whole gang is there, including the Family Guy people who are in attendance.
They sometimes are just hanging out in Springfield.
Yeah, I saw Peter Griffin after a table read. He went up to Homer and he's like, that was pretty great. That was a really fun one. I think this one's going to turn out all right.
Well, Peter's a class act. You know, that's what we ran into Peter backstage at some cons and at some shows where we were doing the smaller room and he was playing the bigger room and he's just been so nice.
I don't know if you guys saw the movie Funny People.
Yeah.
But originally, it was supposed to be Peter Griffin as the main guy.
Peter Griffin was going to be the man. It was going to be his dramatic turn. And people were just going to see a different side of Peter. Honestly, he should have done it.
Yeah,
I think that movie was good for Sandler. And I know he already had some dramatic chops, but I think this was the first oh wow, this dude can just carry a straight drama.
Yeah, and I think the same thing would have happened with Peter Griffin.
Well, yeah, I mean, can you imagine Uncut Gems with Peter Griffin?
That's what I was just thinking, Wags. You think that's bad? This is how you make me come. Well, what is the line? I forget it.
I think it's I'm gonna come, but this is how you make me come makes more sense with that structure. Yeah, great guy though. The best.
A great guy.
A great dude.
A great dude. Really nice to the young comics.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want someone who's willing to be a mentor. He's not too good for it because he's been through it. He went up, he was doing open mics. He was doing the small rooms.
I saw him backstage getting into character, and he's like, "This shit never ends." That's what he said to me.
Yeah, which was funny. It was just sort of even he's a little jaded at this point, but
that's a real story. But it was Thomas Lennon.
Our guest today, Becky Feldman, returning to the show. Hi, Becky. Thanks for being here.
Oh, my God. Hi, you guys.
Good to see you.
It's so good to see both of you.
Great to see you.
What a treat.
Yeah.
What a delight.
You both are delights. I'm so happy to be here.
We're very happy to have you.
We love having you. We got to talk about what you told us about Nothing Bundt Cakes, which was, this was pre-show. You were participating in this meal. and you had an experience with an inadvertent experience with a chain that you reviewed last time you were on the show.
That's correct. My brother had his like wedding vows party. I don't know what it's called because they were already married. But like my parents had like a night before like shindig at their house, and they hired this catering company, and they like brought food. Lo and behold, for dessert, nothing bundt cakes was the dessert. They had the tiny little mini buntinis or whatever they're called.
Yes.
And we were talking about, I wonder if these are better than the ones we had because there was like a ratio. There was a frosting to cake ratio.
Yes. What are you doing, Mitch?
I'm looking up. I'm about to do something.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening as well. Why do you call me out for it?
Well, just because you're texting frantically.
I'm not.
Our friend is telling a story.
I'm doing something good.
Okay, you're doing something good.
Well,
okay.
Emma won't like it.
Oh God!
It better be good.
Oh,
this
no.
better be good.
What are you doing to me? I already have 13 links pulled up. What do you need?
Becky, please continue your story. Nick, this is so rude of you.
I'm like, I am trying to see what you're texting, but I'm not. That's very rude. We're all being rude. Okay.
Yes.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So,
the buntinis. They were the mini bundt cakes.
Mini bundt cakes. They were so perfect that I wanted to like leave the family get together on a Friday night and like text both of you and be like, you'll never believe this. But then I thought that'd be weird.
We would have. We truly would have.
We wish you had done it.
I mean, I should have, because I just was like, first of all, you're at a wedding and you're like leaving and like you're texting us. Like, I don't know. Like, I
would not have had that judgment at all.
Okay. I'm glad I got this off my chest, and
we would have been thrilled. And Weiger, you said what we would have probably responded with.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
No doubt. So you preferred it to the bigger form factor?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so good, and everyone else was like saying, like talking about how good it was.
I switched something up. I had fun. We liked nothing.
Emma
but
is
cake.
fuming. I'm reading Emma's expression.
Yeah, she's not happy.
Just created more work for her on the fly.
I did. I did. In a way, I did. I did. Nothing but cake. I haven't had it since we've eaten.
Me neither. You hadn't either, I assume.
No, and because I was kind of like, it put me in like a coma almost of like, it was so sugary. I was like, I'll never have this again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had it had my parents not hired that catering company. So
yeah,
really.
I think that would be the only way I'd have it is if I stumbled upon it in the wild. Not that I had even that bad of an experience with it, but it's just like, this isn't a thing I'd normally get.
Right,
That's one of the Doughboys episodes where I just remember having nothing bundt cakes like just like piled like at my house for so long afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a ton of nothing bundt cakes.
Yeah, it was a big bundle. You couldn't order it you had to order kind of in bulk. Because it's designed for events. It's designed for like catering a wedding vows party or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like it stayed for a while, and I eat everything. I have to eat anything edible. I don't like things going to waste, so I was like eating them for like 2 weeks for breakfast, and like that was probably not smart on my behalf. But what are you gonna do?
I have that ingrained in me too. Like I have to, like I don't like throwing food away. It's really tough for me.
Were you guys like, your parents were like, oh, you have to finish your plate?
Yes.
We got a lot of that in my family growing up. Yeah, for sure.
And we would get stories of how their parents would like mush their face into the food if they didn't eat.
I never heard that. I never heard that story.
My mom had a famous story about my grandpa like being
wow. I had a
pushing.
I had a roommate in college.
My grandpa was a great guy. He was a good guy.
I had a roommate in college who said that his mom told him that every uneaten grain of rice on his plate was a needle in his heart in hell.
Oh my God.
That's intense.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's even a little bit of rice. That's a lot of needles.
1 grain of rice, you get a needle in your heart in hell? I'd be so pissed off.
His
like,
mom...
wait, there was 1 stray grain somewhere?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was his mom a Cenobite?
It was Lady Cenobite.
Okay.
So yeah, he introduced me to her. She was nice. She was really class act.
This one seems soulless. I can't sense any soul in this one. That's her meeting you.
Yeah. I got it. Becky, you have a solo show.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I do have a solo show. It is a solo storytelling show about It is about my sex life, about how I struggle with sexual dysfunction and how I paid professionals to help me like get my mojo back. And it's about those various professionals that I've seen. So it gets deep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Becky is aggressively winking for those of you on the audio feed.
Oh, I didn't even see the wink.
Put your phone down. Check out the wink.
I'll text you a wink.
Better not be an emoji wink. I want a real deal wink. Video you winking and send it to me. That's what I want. I love that. And I look, a sex show about my life can be a pretty short one for me. Talking curtains, and then we can go for maybe a minute or two.
Kind of a blackout sketch, we might call it. One joke, and then you're out of there. So I know that you'd been working on the show, and I know that like when you originally going to debut it, everything was locked down. Mm-hmm. But you're doing it in front of audiences now. People can check it out.
Yes, they can finally check it out. It's not just me in my apartment. At the Pack Theater, September 27th, 8 p.m.
So if you're in LA, September 27th, 8 p.m. At the Pack Theater, check that out. All right, let's talk a little bit about, because while we're in the realm of theater, I think that ties into what we're going to be talking about today a little bit. What is your theater background, and were you someone who was ever in musicals?
Yes, I was in musicals. I had a theater background. My curse, this is my curse. I could dance, I can act, but I can't sing. And I feel like if I could sing, you wouldn't even know me right now. My life would be so different.
We got you for the perfect episode today.
Yeah. So you're welcome. When you said karaoke, I'm like, okay, folks. But I love musicals. Love it. Theater.
What's your favorite?
My favorite musical, oh gosh, that's a good one. I mean, I feel like right now I've been listening to the Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat soundtrack, so I think I'm going with that one, but tonight I'm going to be like, oh no, wait, why didn't I say XYZ? So at the moment.
That happens to me all the time. Some dude asked me today what my favorite science fiction movie was. And I was like, The Matrix. Like, I don't fucking, I just panicked. Well, The Matrix is a good choice, but it's like,
a good choice.
Not my actual answer.
You chose a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Joseph is not my actual answer, but that's my panic choice at the moment. But because the soundtrack is good. I enjoy some Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I really am a big, I'm not a big musical guy, but I'm a big West Side Story guy. Like West Side Story specifically,
West
I really
Side
enjoy.
Got some good music.
And I like both of the big film adaptations. I think they're both well done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice little lovely whistle you got there.
Thank you.
You guys, I don't want to brag, but you know how there's Anybody's, the woman who wants to be part of the Jets.
Yeah.
8th grade, guess who played that role?
Wow.
Whoa. That's cool.
She doesn't have a singing part. That's why. That's why they're like, let's give it to her.
I was Curly in Oklahoma. You know this at least. And Charlie Brown and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Right.
My
first big break was LeFou in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah. I think you've told me this.
And that did have a song.
That's a Gad role, right?
Yeah. Gad's got it now. Gad stole it away from me.
And he's doing a spin-off. Did I okay, that was just in my dreams.
No,
Never
they
mind.
were
working on a million Gad
spin-offs.
There was like the new Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey I Shrunk the Gad. They were gonna make.
They're gonna shrink Gad.
They were gonna shrink Gad, and then they did. It just
They're
fell
need
through.
A bigger laser. It's like 50 pounds less heavy than me. Hopefully. There was that, and then there was some sort of LeFou spinoff.
Yeah,
I don't know if the remake did. All those Disney fucking requels kind of suck, right?
I haven't been in any of the live action animated.
We have to pretend
remakes.
to like Disney stuff anymore.
We don't
one
have
of the
to.
worst fucking corporations in the world. Please let me hate Disney stuff. It sucks
fine.
shit. It's bad.
You're fine. You've always been fine.
Yeah, you're bad. You're a bad guy for not liking Disney like I do. Shut up. What are you talking about?
Was that Peter Griffin?
Yeah, this is the only thing that we disagree on.
He is part of for Disney. That's the thing.
He works
he's a
for
company
Disney.
Man.
He's a company guy.
That's you have staying power in the industry because you're willing to keep up with that sort of thing. Like stick up for your brand, but it's just like some people can't. I can't bring myself to do that.
Disney's made trash for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Now.
They've made a lot of bad movies and a lot of bad TV. And then
I'm sorry, folks.
Are kind of like suppressing anything interesting that they might be doing in lieu of just like remaking and revamping the same
one of the
IP.
major players in this strike who's not wanting to pay people fairly. So fuck Disney forever.
Yeah, I don't like Disney. You don't do pro Disney.
And their shitty Star Wars movies.
Okay.
What? I haven't seen Ahsoka yet. Have you watched this? Ahsoka?
I haven't watched it yet.
I have.
What are you thinking?
She's good. I feel like if you watched Rebels, you'd probably like. I didn't watch Star Wars Rebels, so I'm just like watching it. I'm like, oh, if there was someone here, they'd appreciate it.
Yes.
So that's
okay.
I mean, I love you, Disney. I don't know. Disney's so great. It's so great.
Did you of the Disney Star Wars shows? Did you respond positive? I like Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Book of Boba Fett. And Andor. I mean, I love Andor is fucking great. It's just great TV.
Oh yeah, I loved Mandalorian the first 2 seasons, and then when the Mandalorian came back to the Boba Fett show, I don't know why I really liked Mandalorian. I just like Baby Yoda. I think I love Baby Yoda. Is my thing. Yeah,
Baby Yoda kind of is what Star Wars is all about now.
Like honestly,
and I think Baby Yoda can suck a dick.
Wow.
That's harsh.
Remember Babu Frick can suck my baby dick? That was an old line by me.
Yes, I remember that.
Same goes for fucking Baby Yoda.
For Baby Yoda?
Yeah, he can fuck off. Why is he such a fucking baby? He's gonna be a baby for 100 years?
We
talked about this. We got Baby Yoda for 100 years.
It's a comment on the extended life cycle of his species, that everything moves a little bit slower. If a deer had human intelligence, he'd be like, it's insane how long it takes for a baby to mature into an adult.
His name is Grogu, first of all. He's stealing Yoda's name.
That's a good name.
Grogu's not that good of a name.
Fine.
And you know what? The Disney execs were like, let me see that $1 billion baby. They knew that it was a fucking moneymaker.
And look, I think that it can be a moneymaker, but still like satisfying to see as a viewer. I like Baby Yoda. I'm pro Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda's fucking fuck off.
This is the bridge too far for me. Like, it's just like some of the stuff, some of your cynicism I'm on board with, but then when you're like, Baby Yoda can fuck off,
Baby Yoda can fuck off and burn in hell. I don't give a shit. Fuck Baby Yoda.
Is this after he sucks your baby dick?
I mean, I'm probably going right down there with him after that.
Wait, going down to suck your own baby dick with Baby Yoda? I got confused for a second.
Smaller than mine it is.
First words, you little piece of shit. Anyways, I love Disney. I would love to be in one of those Star Wars movies.
That was good.
Thank you.
Like a Darth Maul double saber.
That would be fucking cool as hell.
That would be fucking sick as hell. I always wanted
a big fat guy in there. I mean, Disney makes every show and movie now, so I shouldn't, I guess, say fuck Disney.
I think people can understand. First off, we're behind the paywall. You're okay, but I also think people can understand the abstraction of saying fuck the company. Fuck the idea of this big media corporation that is like has too much power and is underpaying its workers, and is also kind of like just deadening, cinema as an art form.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If I had to fight I would love to fight Elon Musk like how. What's his name? The dork from Facebook was gonna Mark Zuckerberg. I would love. He's a guy who I want to beat the hell out of. Elon Musk. Like I'd want to beat him up. And I'm not a violent man.
No,
I'm not. But then I think Iger is next on my list.
I'll take out Iger.
Weiger versus Iger.
Yeah, Weiger v. Iger. That's a PPV.
That's a fucking. Man, you can't lose it either. You can't lose that fight.
Fucking wax.
I think you would. I think you'd wax.
I would. The commemorative T-shirts that I would wear constantly from that fight.
Rest in peace, Nick Weiger.
Now here's the thing: Weiger versus Iger. I've already got the W, baby.
That's fucking. This is good shit.
That was really good.
This is real. That's really good.
Should we go pitch to Disney? I think that maybe they'll like.
Yeah, we know there's a strike right now, but when things are like over, can I just fight Bob Iger?
Yeah.
Kick his fucking Ithaca ass. His little fucking Ithacan ass. He went to Ithaca.
Oh yeah, my brother went there. Oh, you went to school with my brother. Duh. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Both bombers.
Ithaca Bombers.
Mm-hmm.
Ithaca Bombers, which I don't know if they changed. A very hippie school, and the name is Bombers, which is kind of. But
I think it's fine.
It was based on a plane, the bomber plane.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like cancelable. Let's talk a little bit about the about pizza and sandwiches, which we're again, this is a future main feed episode. We're going to be talking about Hungry Howie's Pizza. Just timing wise, you ended up joining in this meal, and you had yourself a Hungry Howie's, what they call a sub. I'm curious your overall assessment of the experience, and if you want to give us your fork score, and we can just kind of have that. Our listeners who are on the Patreon can have that in mind when they look forward to the episode.
Well, first I want to say, I was coming in to do this episode not thinking, I'm like, because, other people will do this and they'll have snacks like chips or, whatever. And I was like, but then I was offered lunch and I was like, that's really sweet. So thank you for lunch.
Oh, of course. You're welcome. Thank you for doing the show.
Very sweet of you. I thought that my sub, I'm using air quotes, was more of like a calzone. Is that what?
100%. Yes.
Okay, that's the one.
Was that.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm from New Jersey, and so we have hoagies, and so it's like I'm very I want my things labeled correctly, and I think there was a mislabeling in it, and I'm a little bummed by it. That said, I thought it was good while I was eating it, but now I'm kind of have the after kind of lethargic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was still good. I don't know. My die's still out. Can I let you know later how my fork score?
Let us know later, and we'll say it on the episode.
Okay, good.
I realized as we were doing this, just in terms of scheduling, it's like we have a karaoke episode we're doing, and we're all clogged with cheese. It's like a really bad ordering. Do you remember, Mitch, we did that show in New York where we did the Power Hour live. We did Gabrus's show, and then afterwards we did Doughboys live. That was just the way it was scheduled at the Headgum Festival. So we were both
talking about
drunk,
being canceled. I'm
tired.
shocked that we weren't just falling over on the stage and saying insane things.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get drunk and say anything cancelable. I should correct myself there.
Right.
But I'm saying we were shit faced.
Yeah.
We were out of our minds drunk.
And then we did a 2-hour live show of our regular show talking about Nathan's Famous.
Sobering up, or maybe just getting more drunk from what we drank. I don't know.
I was mostly just so tired. I was just I just had enough time passed where I was still a little buzzed, but also just exhausted.
So basically, every show and episode ever we do.
We record at all hours of the night.
Weiger will come in for the first episode of the day and be like, and I'm like, what happened? I woke up at 5 a.m., buddy. I'm like, well, why? I don't get it. I got to strike. Before I strike, I do other fucking boring shit for 6 hours. It doesn't make any sense. You're tired. We work 5 hours a week.
Well, it's not exactly that, but I wake up early. I'm naturally, I go to bed early. I wake up a little early. I take care of some stuff. I might get a workout in. I'll make myself breakfast. I'll do any prep I have to do for any.
Let me tell you,
inside work. Yeah,
I went to a doctor yesterday for the first time.
Yes,
I was telling you this, and he did not like the sound of Doughboys. I'll also tell you that. He was just and from an audio perspective, just listening to it. He listened to an episode. This sucks. But he was talking to me about doing a wind down, Wags, like you do.
Yeah, love a wind down.
Doing a wind down,
like a nighttime routine.
I told him about the podcast, and he was like, "This is going to be hard, but you can do this." It was kind of what his mind was.
Yeah.
It's it's going to be hard to get you to a normal human being level of health. But
not just because of the podcast, right?
Yeah. I couldn't even really pay attention to him. I was so nervous he was going to give me a dick inspection. I was trying to chub up.
He brings out the jeweler's loop. Oh, no. Oh, he's got the magnifying glass. Here we go.
He didn't do one, which was nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I should go back, though, and demand one.
Hey, give me a dick inspection.
What the fuck's the deal with that? Check it out. I was worried that he would, but besides that, on the track to healthiness, Wags.
There you go. That's good.
That's my point.
I will say, and I'm curious, Becky, if you have any sort of nighttime routine, because for me, it is what works for me is trying to have a regular bedtime, same bedtime every night. It's not always possible, but trying my best to go to bed at 10:30 every night, and then but an hour before then, I used to have sunglasses, but now I have blue blocker glasses, which actually work a little bit better for me. I have blue light blocking glasses that I got, just a cheap pair, and I wear those for an hour before I go to bed. And I try to avoid screens, but the nice thing about the the blue light blocking glasses is that I still can look at screens and it doesn't wake me up in the way they normally would. But do you have anything like that? Do you have any normal way of going to bed?
I am literally like just getting into one. I'm gonna get deep for a second again, but like I got diagnosed with ADHD, so I downloaded one of those ADHD apps that like helps you like give you all the tips to like get your life together. And so right now I'm doing like the nighttime ritual routine, and so like I'm doing like a checklist every night, of just like, okay, like screens off at 9:00. Then I write down what I'm doing for the day, and then I read, and then I turn off the lights, and then I do like breathing exercises. So like right now I have a routine because this app is like telling me what to do. But
I love that whole thing. That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if it works. I mean, I'm a nightmare. Let's be real.
If I was in bed even by 1, if I was in bed with the lights off at 1, I'd be even better. But I can't even do that.
You know what's huge for me? I know not always practical for everyone, but for me, I'm just like, I have a separate alarm clock or use my watch alarm on my Apple Watch, and my phone just doesn't go in the bedroom. And that's huge for me, both for like lying in bed at night, not looking at my phone, and also in the morning, I just get out of bed. I don't have anything to occupy me. So that's huge, just not having screens in the bedroom.
That's the doctor said not to even have a TV in my bedroom.
Yeah, we don't have a TV in our bedroom.
I do have one, but I never actually watch it. I don't turn it on at night.
I live in a studio, so there's like, I'm fucked, because there's a TV
right,
screen.
100%.
But I read on my phone, which I know isn't a good idea, but I have like the, you can change like the tone or whatever. And sometimes I will wear those glasses, before I go to bed so I can like read and not stay up at night. But yeah, but it's just, but I'm like, this is books. It's not like I'm like watching YouTube or something. Sometimes I am, but no, it's books.
If you have that discipline, because my problem is if I have my phone, I just check text messages and shit. I just like, I can't like, and for reading, for me, I read better like in something that's in print, but I know some people can do that. But like I know that you, because I've done your podcast where you read romance novels. Like, are you just basically reading anything, or is that like your primary way of digesting romance novels? I feel like
it's my primary way of digesting most everything. Like, it's just, it's like when I was like growing up and have to like carry all of these books in my book bag and just like having everything just on a nice tablet of like not having to carry anything heavy. You can you have access to so many stories and information. I sound like someone who just came out from under a rock. Have you heard of this thing called the internet?
Like Library of Alexandria in your pocket.
But it's cheaper too, and so that's always good.
In school, when you would have books and it's like, man, I have like homework in each of these books, and then sometimes I just be like, which one am I not gonna do?
Yeah,
and I would just like not bring home the one book.
I'd be carrying like 4 textbooks, like my folders, and then like a bassoon and a clarinet. So I'd like just be loaded up with shit. It was like Sam in Death Stranding.
Sounds like the dork of the century to me.
I'm tiny. I still am very tiny, and I would carry like all of these books, and like my like equilibrium would be off. So like if someone like bumped into me, like I would teeter over, because if like someone bumped into my backpack, I'd be like boop, and I'd fall over. I was so small.
That's I had that. Well, I wasn't small, but I just. With all those books, I'd have like a hunchback.
Yeah.
I just look very hunchbacky. And then like it would make me even wider. So I'd be hitting people accidentally. I mean, the kids don't have this issue anymore. Do they? They don't have textbooks the same way, do they?
I don't think so.
One time my teacher made fun of how big my book bag was. And I was like, you signed this homework. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Look, I know that I'm like, this sounds like, I do think kids rule and adults drool in many ways.
Sure.
But you got to get rid of homework.
Get
rid of homework.
I am anti-homework.
Yes.
I am pro get everything done in the classroom, because I think
extend the school day a little bit if you gotta.
Sure, maybe. I mean, I think there a lot of look. We should not be trying to divine this as childless people, but I do know from what I've read, that school should start later in the day. It starts way too fucking early for kids' natural rhythms, so it should start later in the day. So it probably should start later in the day and then go later.
Start at noon.
Yeah, and then they're going to say like, well, how are parents going to take their kids to school? And it's just like, we just need to design a better society. Because you know what? There was a time when kids like walked to school or took the school bus. Now it's like we've got this huge drop-off lines of everyone's fucking SUVs dropping off or picking up their kids. They'd be escorted to the door by their parents like they're fucking Uber passengers. It's like, what? I think we just need to design a better society.
Here's my idea.
Yeah.
School starts at 10. For high schoolers.
Yeah.
High schooler school starts at 10.
Yeah.
And then you go to 5. Hold on, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who have to do sports can leave at 3.
I'm already mad about this.
Yeah, they can hold on a second because you're a fucking jock.
Yeah.
What are we doing
But
here?
they have to do their home. Then you get like study in gym, because if you are in a sport, you shouldn't have to do gym anyways.
I don't think you should do gym. In my school, no one should be able to do gym.
Yeah.
I'm anti-gym.
This is. But my thought. Look, I'm not trying to give special treatment to the jock.
Well, you already
like
are, and
yeah.
I'm offended.
The jocks
2 hours early.
No, they go to they go to sports practice. If you have a sports practice, or if you have bassoon practice, you go to bassoon practice.
You know what? I'd be in favor of that because my bassoon practice was first thing in the morning. I had a 0 period. I had to be at class at 6:55
You still get
a.m.
You still have to do that early one.
So I have to go into like my orchestra practice at 6:55 a.m. and then just kill time until 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, it kind of sucks.
Oh man.
You can waste a couple hours doing something.
Yeah.
So you're saying involve extracurriculars within the school day is your...
Involving extracurriculars within the school
point.
day, and then people who don't have extracurriculars can do gym or study or whatever they have to do.
Okay.
I'm in for a later extended school day. That seems to make a lot of sense, but it just won't happen for all sorts of all sorts of dumb reasons.
It is crazy also just remembering with daylight savings being at school and it being dark. Like I remember like being there like an hour later and it was like 4 or 4:30 and it was dark out.
Yeah.
Man, it sucks. Life just kind of sucks.
It's all bad. You don't get to a threshold where it's good. It's always bad.
Yeah.
You just it's whether it's like easier or harder.
What? Life is beautiful too though.
Oh, that's profound.
And you know what? I like Baby Yoda now. He's cute.
So
he doesn't have to suck my baby dick.
Let's talk about the Doughscord Doughcision. This is Mount Karaokemore. This is from NR Moore in our Discord server, the Doughscord. I'll read the description from NR Moore. Mount Karaokemore. I know they both sometimes have gone in the past because I remember them talking about Weiger doing Teddy Bear by Elvis, which I have done.
You rented out a room solo, sang Teddy Bear and went home.
One of my go-tos, which we'll talk about. The etymology of karaoke. This is fun. It comes from the Japanese words kara, which means empty, and oke, orchestra.
Oh.
Karaoke, empty orchestra.
That's cool.
Originated in bars in Japan in the early 1970s, though the exact originator is disputed, as is the case with a lot of these things. The first karaoke bar in the U.S., though, is believed to be Dimples here in Los Angeles, a place that was a local haunt. It's now permanently closed. It was on Bar Rescue. Which may be how Good
job, Taffer. Couldn't win.
You fucked it up, Taffer.
Didn't Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell own it?
Yeah.
He was like a regular there. I don't know if did he own it?
I thought he owned it.
He was there a lot.
He was there a lot.
Yeah.
He was there a lot.
He was there a lot and a little horny.
I think he was a little horny.
He's a little horny.
I worked with Dennis Haskins once very early on. Did I tell you that?
I don't know. You might have told us.
I did like a short film with him.
Oh, that's cool.
With Noam. You remember Noam?
Yeah, of course.
He directed that. But I hung with Belding for a week.
A little horny.
He was nice to me. He was a nice man. Yeah. He's still alive, right?
He's still alive. Yeah. When we did remember, Mitch? We did the Saved by the Bell.
I felt better thinking he was not alive. I feel bad now.
Our buddy Paul Scheer took us to the Saved by the Bell pop-up restaurant they did, and he was there. He was just like hanging out.
And he like came over and was like, well. Like, what do you like he was doing Mr. Belding quotes. I don't think well is Mr.
He does do that. It's,
he does.
Well, what's going on here?
Yes, that's
Secondly, it was Screech who unfortunately passed away.
That's right.
Screech has passed. So, that's right.
Just
that's
to bring
sad.
this down a little bit, you're welcome.
That is sad. Rest of the cast doing okay, it seems. And Belding. They're all good. Belding.
I just read Stephen Bochco's memoir, and he talks about Mark Paul Gosselaar, who ended up being like on NYPD Blue. He was one of the later detectives on that. And he was just saying like, it's one of the most talented actors I've ever worked with. He was just emphatic in his praise about Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah, that's great.
And this is a guy who doesn't mince words. Like he just would like talk shit about people too. So
maybe Gosselaar will get his flowers at some point. Maybe I'll have some.
Had a nice career.
Yeah. Well, Mario Lopez still stuck around. He does extra. What does he do? Entertainment Tonight. He does one of them.
One of those. He does one of those.
Lisa Turtle, haven't seen much of. Jesse, great in Showgirls, but hasn't been around too much since then. Kelly Kapowski, same deal. I forget their real names.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
She has a cookbook coming out. I do know that. I follow her on.
It seems like you know what they're all up to.
No.
We went and did that. What was
that?
It?
Insane deja vu. Uh-oh. Have we had a conversation about Tiffany Amber Thiessen's cookbook before? Has that happened?
I don't think
so.
Just like that specific thing, just like fucking Matrixed me. Like, what's going on?
Did we say a code word that's gonna set you off in some fucking weird way? This is a Manchurian Candidate sort of fucking thing.
I'm gonna wake up in a pod filled with goo and see what the world as it really is. That was wild.
That's me this morning, waking up a pod filled with goo. Kidding. I don't wake up with erections. I talked to my doctor about it. Anyway.
Jesus. You sure you don't want to do dick inspection? No, I'm good.
He was like, he was like, do you wake up with like erections? I was like, no. He's like, when's the last time you did it? I was like, jeez, I don't know, a long time ago. And he was like, oh my God.
Why is that a sign of health? Why is that a sign of health?
But why would a doctor be, oh my God? Like,
I don't know. He was having some funny reactions to all of it. It was good. The funny thing about Saved by the Dinner or whatever the fuck that place is called, they were like, whoa, Mr. Belding's here. That's cool. And they were like, yeah, he's just kind of coming.
Yeah, he's just been hanging out.
He's just been hanging out. He's just been. We haven't asked him to do it, which is, I think it is nice, and people who like the show probably loved it.
Everyone's getting something out of that.
Yeah.
The business is getting something out of it. He's clearly getting something out of it, or else he wouldn't be doing it. And then, all the people who get to see this guy they love.
God bless his horny soul.
God bless him. All right, Becky, what is your, not a singer, but you have done karaoke.
Yes.
And you were down to do this. What is your background with karaoke?
I've done it sometimes.
Okay.
And that is, but I've always had fun doing it. Yeah. I mean, I wish I had like I was like one of those, I wish I was a Mr. Belding, to be honest with you, and had great karaoke stories. I don't. I just think it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a great karaoke story either.
I used to do karaoke pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
What, do you just think of something?
I do have a good karaoke story.
Okay, you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
No, you go first.
I used to do karaoke pretty regularly. There was this bar in West LA called Dell's Saloon, and it was one of those janky old places that it was like the owners were the bartenders. They were this old married couple, and I don't know if it had been grandfathered in or if they were just flouting regulations, but people could just smoke cigarettes inside. So they just had cigarette smoke and ashtrays.
Probably grandfathered in.
Yeah. And so,
did you walk in there thinking it was like some sort of special Del Taco?
Like it was a Taco Bell cantina for Del's Taco, for Del Taco, Del Saloon. All right. One double Del cheeseburger, please. So that place was cool because it was so danky and it was an authentic dive. It was not like the throwback, faux dive that you see a lot of places that have these expensive craft cocktails.
Yeah.
This was an actual like shitty bar. And they had karaoke every week, and the karaoke DJ, the KJ, was an ex-Special Forces guy who always wore a Hawaiian shirt, and he sang "Secret Agent Man." That was what when he stepped up, that would be his go-to number. But I went there regularly. Would close down the place. That's what a different time in my life this was. I'd like fucking stay out late, stay till last call, and sometimes be the last person singing at last call. It's like it was insane. We went there regularly, and then eventually they sold the bar, and it became a different concept with new ownership, and it lost all of its charm. Although I think it actually became more popular. But anyway, yeah, I would go there regularly. My story about that place, and I think I've told this on the podcast before, so apologies if this is a retread, but we're there. There's this regular dude who we see all the time, who's like one of those, like he's got like the Frasier hair. He's like balding on top, but like long in the back, kind of where I'm headed. And he's like a guy who'd get up there and like sing Frank Sinatra, and he's kind of a crowd favorite, and people knew who he was. And I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. I mean, let's just say it was Doug. So Doug was like a regular there, and he was singing. And the KJ at a certain point in the night, Doug is not on mic. Doug is just milling around. The KJ is like, hey, everyone know Doug? Doug, give everyone a wave. Hey, say hi to Doug, everyone. And Doug like kind of gives a wave, and people like applaud because they know who he is. And the KJ goes, everyone see Doug over there? Get a good look at him. He's been stealing tips off the bar. You're 86, Doug. Get the fuck out of here. And everyone is clapping. He's like, woo. And then they're confused. And then we're all like, boo. And everyone's booing this guy. And this guy's all mad. And the KJ's like, get the fuck out of here. Like yelling at him. He's a big dude. He's a special forces dude. So like goes over there, like pushing him out of the bar.
Jesus.
The guy's just like trying to fight him. It was fucking crazy. And then
the fuck is Del Saloon? This place is insane.
It was insane.
It's a real saloon.
It was a real saloon. And then he just like went right into the next song. And it was just like the night kept going. It was a real Star Wars Cantina Band moment.
That's insane.
Wow.
I have a moment when I was in Colombia, Cartagena, and I was down there, and the first day there was a mix-up, and things kind of got crazy and scary in a way. And then we went out to the bar that night, and there was a live band karaoke thing.
That's cool.
I didn't want to sign up.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to sign up. And then the karaoke guy was like, up next, we El Grande Gringo. And I was like, who's that? And they were like, El Grande Gringo. And then Frailbot had signed me up as El Grande Gringo.
Oh, boy.
Which I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And they only played three American songs. And I had to choose three non-blondes. What's going on? And so I sang,
love that that's one of the three.
And I sang, hey, what's going on? And I sang it with this live band, and then the whole place was chanting El Grande Gringo. Like they loved it. I did a good job, and then
That's great.
And then they kind of like it was a nice. That's my only cool karaoke moment that I ever had. Every other one is just like
that rocks.
Singing with drunk people.
Yeah,
basically.
That's most of my experience.
Yeah.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to give our Mount Karaokemores, as NR Moore asked us to do. And so we'll go one at a time. We'll say our pick. If we want optional, we can sing a little bit of the song. We'll see who sings and what we sing. But I'll go first because one of my picks was already mentioned, and I figured I might as well do it because it was kind of the premise of this whole pitch. So here's one of my picks. My first pick for my Mount Karaokemore: Elvis Presley with Teddy Bear.
Oh, baby, let me be your loving teddy bear.
Oh my God.
Put a chain around my neck and leave me anywhere. Oh, let me be. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you'd love enough.
All right, great. That'll do it.
I couldn't look at you while you did that.
That was
It was
beautiful.
good.
Thank you, Becky.
And Becky also was singing backup for you.
You needed it.
God bless you. I did need it.
Yes, and you know.
All right, that's my first pick.
Wow.
And I will do a bunch of different Elvis songs. It actually brings me to another karaoke story, which I would always do Elvis at Del Saloons. And one time there's a guy who wasn't normally there. And he goes up there and he's got like a little bit of an accent, and he just absolutely like crushes Suspicious Minds. Like just before I was about to go up and do Teddy Bear, and I was like, "Fuck!" I like have to follow him. And he said at the end, he's like, "Thank you, I'm the Israeli Elvis." And then he left. I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I shook his hand. I was like, "Hey man, that was great." He's like, "Yeah, great. It was fun." And then went up there and did a half-hearted Teddy Bear, and no one liked it.
It was good. You did
you.
a great job. All right. Should I say my first pick? I'm not going to sing mine. Here's my issue with my karaoke songs. I always choose downer songs.
Yeah.
You're that person.
I'm that person, so people don't really love it.
I love it.
Well,
I think you need that in a karaoke playlist.
my big one is If You Could Read My Mind by Gordon Lightfoot. That's like one of my big ones.
You're a Lightfoot guy.
I'm a Lightfoot guy. And so I'll sing it. I'll sing a small part of it like Weiger did, maybe even less, honestly. But this is kind of the tone of what my I slow things down a little bit, Wags.
There you go.
Here we go. Cara Fun. Did I not say?
Oh, it's fine. That's the name of the karaoke track.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet, you know that ghost is me. And I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can see.
Grande Gringo. That was great. Lovely rendition.
You guys both have really good voices.
That's nice of you to say, Becky.
I think you have a better voice than
Yes.
you've let on.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Also, no pressure. You don't have to sing it.
Yeah, you don't have to sing anything.
Well, now I would no. I'll just yeah, no.
What's your
okay.
first pick?
My first pick was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, there you go.
I always like want everyone to like me. I'm one of those people, like I want everyone to like me. So I always try to choose like crowd pleasers.
Yeah, that's a great
That's
pick.
good.
So it's a very long song. And so, well, my story for that was one time I was working on the show that was being animated in the Canary Islands, Talking Tom and Friends. And so with our mutual friend Kevin Peterson. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they flew us out to the Canary Islands for some reason
That's wild.
That
to see the magic.
Yes.
And so there was a karaoke bar nearby. At the end of the day, we were like eating dinner, and there's a karaoke bar nearby, and like where we were, like people don't really go out until much later. So it was like 9:00. We're in this karaoke bar alone, and it was like awesome. So we kept signing up our names like again and again and again, and we're singing like incredibly long songs like Bohemian Rhapsody, like just any type of songs that were like making us laugh. And then all of a sudden, these crowds of people come in, and they're like watching us. So angry. They were so angry. And I was like singing, I thought it'd be funny to sing Rent. And I
That is funny.
That's good.
and so I was
That's
like
good.
525, and I just see these groups of people like scowling at me. And then finally those people come up. Clearly they're the crowd pleasers. And it turns out this guy starts singing that song like I Think I Want to Marry You. And he gets down on one knee and proposes to his girlfriend. And so that's why they were upset, because he was like, we were all here to like, we like delayed their magical engagement.
That's so funny. Fuck them. They don't
Yeah,
own
I
the
know.
place.
Yeah, exactly.
Come up and tell you. Or
Arrange that with
yeah.
a KJ or something. Yeah.
I mean, it was like probably one of those things where like no one ever goes there except
Sure, yeah.
for them. And just like one random night, there happens to be like these ding dongs in there from America.
They should have. I agree with Wise. They should have the KJ. Is
Yes.
what I said.
Yeah. That's a great pick.
No person has run of the karaoke.
I agree.
Of the karaoke microphone. Wise. This is an issue.
Yes, I agree. That becomes an issue. People are territorial, especially if there's like, it's my spot and it's my song, and then people feel like they have some ownership over it. It's like, fucking whatever. Sometimes random people are going to come there and sing something. It's fine.
Yeah, but I feel like this guy probably was very nervous. And so just the waiting, the anticipation was probably making him mad. There were other friends there who were probably like, I never go out. I just want to go home.
Yes, yeah.
I just want to see them get engaged so I can go home. But again, like, so it was just like a lot of pissed off people.
What are the Canary Islands like?
Well, they are very tropical during the summer.
Okay.
We went during the winter, so it was
Wow.
just like breezy, rainy,
But they have an animation like culture there. Or just this particular show is being animated.
I think it was just that particular show was being animated there. I don't think the company is there anymore. I think it is incredibly cheap to animate a show in the Canary Islands.
Got it.
So I think that was the reasoning.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
We hadn't either.
All right, your first pick, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
If you want to sing something, feel free to chime in, but I'm not going to prompt you.
Okay,
It's up
well,
to
I
you.
mean, why not? I'll sing like the first, like, I'll do what you guys did.
Okay,
I'll
great.
warm up the crowd a bit,
There we
as
go.
they say.
And Wise will come in and back up. Oh, Mamma Mia, let us go. We won't get to that part.
Okay.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy because I'm easy come, easy go.
Little high, little low. Doesn't really matter to me.
To me.
Wow. Very well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's a good.
That's a great pick. You also like because that's the thing that you can get a lot of audience participation, which I feel like is like key to like a really killer song.
I like songs with acts. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to sing background, and I think I only sang "Easy Come," which is appropriate. but I
Wishful thinking.
that was great. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
All right, my next pick. I think this is a deeper cut for a band that was iconic in the 70s. But I do feel like people who are fans of this band know this song and really like it because it is something that's in Saturday Night Fever. This is the Bee Gees.
Wow.
More Than a Woman. I haven't sung this in a while, so let's see how this goes.
Girl, I've known you very well. Seen you growing every day. I never really looked before, but now you take my breath away. And suddenly you're in my life, and part of everything I do. You got me working day and night, just trying to keep a hold on you. Here in your arms I found my paradise, my only chance for happiness. And if I lose you now, I think I would die. Oh, say you'll always be my baby. We can make it shine. We can take forever, just a minute at a time. More than a woman. More than a woman to me. More than a woman. More than a woman to me.
All right, so I have a story about this one, which is that I sang that song in total in falsetto at that same karaoke bar one night, and then the KJ told me I could never do it again.
When you sing falsetto, it sounds like you're talking to a baby.
I did suddenly think, like, you know how like sometimes when people run out of songs to sing to their sleeping baby, I was like picturing like, singing that to my niece.
Where do you get that baby?
That's a great question. This is a judgment-free karaoke zone.
Of course.
So even though I was laughing the entire time we were singing, it was good and I liked it.
Thank you, Mitch.
It was good. My next one is, look, I love Elton John. And I used to sing Daniel a lot at karaoke bars, but now I go Your Song. I'm not going to sing too much of this because we all know it.
Sure.
But a nice little Elton John song is always fun.
Yeah.
But I'll sing. I'll at least sing till I was a sculptor, but then again, no, because it's fun.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, sorry. We'll bleep that part. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no. Or a man who makes potions. All right, we get the travel and show.
I do love the "then again, no" line. You're right.
It's a good line.
Yeah.
It's a good line. He's good.
If I was a sculptor, but you know what? Forget it.
That's funny.
It is funny.
He's funny.
He's funny. Great pick.
Thank you.
Becky, what's your next pick?
Okay, so my next pick, this was the one where like the emotive song, like when you're crying, you know, someone just broke up with you. You need to express yourself, but you don't want to sing anything too depressing. I chose Don't Leave Me This Way because I feel like this is one of my favorite songs, actually.
Wow, there you go.
I love it. We've had all interesting karaoke picks. Well, I guess mine's.
Oh, it's loading.
You do need to look into computers more. Those are. That was great.
Thank you.
That was awesome. You know what? Like that's one of those ones where it's like you got the. I at least for me, I'm like if I have that sort of song, it's like the anticipation of the chorus, where the degree of difficulty is a little higher. Is like I'm thinking about it the whole time. I'm just trying to get through the verse.
That's exactly what I was going through. Yeah.
That was rad. Great pick.
Also hard. I didn't know what song it was at first, and then when you sang the chorus, I knew what it was. And the chorus is. That's wild.
It is
lyrics
so, that song is so good. Like it's my favorite dance song. It's my favorite karaoke song.
That would be a big hit, especially coming off of Your Song, where everyone was like, this guy sang a sad song.
Yeah, right.
Then this one's gonna liven up the place.
There you go.
But it's still sad, so it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know?
Yeah, just a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? My next song is Pure Joy. And I actually haven't sang this one at karaoke yet because I haven't been back to karaoke since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if I come back to karaoke and this song is available in the database, I'm gonna sing it because I think it's the best number from a recent Disney musical called Encanto. Emma, let's play this one.
Wow.
It's loading.
You both don't.
Computer's booting up. Drawers, floors, doors. Let's go. This is our home. We've got every generation. So full of music, a rhythm of its own design. This is my family, a perfect constellation. So many stars and everybody gets to shine. Whoa. Let's be clear, Abuela runs this show. Whoa, she let us hear so many years ago. Whoa, and every year our family blessings grow. There's just a lot you've simply got to know. So, welcome to the family Madrigal, the home of the family Madrigal. We're on our way, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family Madrigal. And then there's a dialogue break.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Stephanie Beatrice is...
our friend Stephanie Beatrice. I will call her our friend because she guessed it on Doughboys. Just absolutely crushes that number.
Maybe would have an issue with us calling her friend, but me, not so much.
Okay,
you...
Sure, yeah.
Ask.
Our friend.
She'd probably have an issue with both of us calling her friend. No, she's a very kind person and was mad I hadn't seen Encanto yet, but It's on the list.
Watch
I'm gonna see it.
Watch that number.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
She's very talented and great. I'm excited to see it. Good job, Wags.
Thanks, buddy.
Look, I'm about to take it up a notch.
Wow, here we go.
Well, that's a great. I'm also sending Emma something else.
Oh boy.
Shout out to Emma, who has been playing all of these karaoke tracks for us. Got them all queued up.
Great
God bless
KJ.
you.
Great KJ.
Yes.
Ing.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Emma. Emma, do you have a karaoke song you do as Mitch sends you, makes your day even harder?
So karaoke is one of my least favorite things. I find it very cringy.
Wow.
And so
I'm with you.
If people are like, oh, we're going to go do karaoke, I'm probably not going. I tried and I just the secondhand embarrassment I experience when someone is like, it's funny. This is not bothering me. I'm finding this very entertaining.
I'm shocked.
But in a bar where there's a stranger screeching into a microphone, the secondhand embarrassment I feel just makes my skin crawl. So I can't do it. It's not my thing.
I get that. I think there's also just a sense of a lot of times in that bar, someone thinks I'm the best singer and I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, there's always
you know
that
what I mean?
one
There's
person
not
who
necessarily
thinks they are Christina Aguilera and they just keep
Right.
going up there and doing it over and over again, and they're not, and it's not really my thing. I also worked in a few bars that had karaoke nights in college, and
wow.
that's not nice when you don't have the choice to leave. You have to stay.
Yeah.
That's great points. Great points all around. I was going to play one of my mom's favorite songs, Both Sides Now, which is Judy Collins / Joni Mitchell sang it originally.
That's
but
nice.
There's a Judy Collins version that I like to sing. But I texted Emma instead. I'm going to do, it's my, I Love You, Mom. I was going to do that, but now instead I'm going to just do one that's just kind of more fun.
Okay.
Bring it up a notch. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. You can play it, Emma. It's Tonight by Smashing
There you
Pumpkins.
go.
I don't know how this karaoke track is because I didn't listen to it because I just sent it to Emma while I didn't even get to listen to it. So hopefully there even is lyrics at some point. But here's the little intro.
Yeah, wait for it to finish loading. I'm sure there's some lyrics coming up here.
Yeah, it is funny because it is going through the full intro of the song.
Yeah.
I maybe would be humming this into the microphone.
Yeah,
it's
that's
that. Okay, here we go.
Time is never time at all. You can never ever leave without leaving a piece of you. And our lives are forever changed. We will never be the same. The more you change, the less you feel. Believe in me. Believe that life can change, that you're not stuck in vain. We're not the same, we're different tonight.
I forget how it goes, kind of.
That was beautiful.
very good.
That was so
Thank you.
good.
A really nice Billy Corgan impression, too.
I know, but
Very good.
I should have had more fun with it and been and it goes down.
It's a little bit of a tough,
You want to go
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah,
right.
I would have if we were at a real karaoke
That-
bar. I got scared in here.
Well, I think because we're in the studio, and also I think a big thing is we're sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing when
Yes.
I took a voiceover class. I was so much of it is they're just just stand up, and it's oh well, we're kind of captive here in these Headgum seats, but
I'm looking at the lyrics and seeing Casey right below it, being nice and being into it.
No, that was great.
that was great.
That was a
You
really
have
good
such
Billy
a
Corgan.
good singing voice.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a show. I'm not trying to show off here. I like to sing. That is one of the things I
Yeah.
like to do.
You're good at it.
I like to hear you sing.
Yeah.
That's now a new
Thank you.
hobby of mine.
A great third pick. All right, Becky, what's your third pick?
Okay, so I chose kind of for the same reason, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah.
Because of the long guitar beginning and the middle where you're just standing there awkwardly.
Yes.
And I just find it funny. If I'm drunk enough, I will dance around. And I did do that one time, and it was just It was very, very fun. So, yeah, I just think it's just a rockin' good song.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
That's a great.
There we go. A little sweet child of mine.
Becky has karaoke pleasers.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're making the crowd happy.
I'm all about the crowd.
Loading.
Mhm.
It is loading.
Yeah.
Loading.
It's dialing up.
Track loading.
Requesting information from Guns N' Roses estate.
Slash approves.
Axel now approves.
Duff approves. Dizzy Dean, the second drummer, approves.
All members approved.
Buckethead approves.
This is so long, right?
Yeah, this is so long. You gotta figure out how to vamp here.
I know. This is dedicated to my friends. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I'd stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, sweet love of mine.
Yeah, and then you got another big
Loading.
long-
Yeah.
Approval for second verse.
There's a lot of loads in this one.
A lot of vamping.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe Buckethead and all those guys gotta like push approval
They
on
all
these things
gotta
all
do
day
it.
long.
Yeah, they're very occupied. It was like-
Great job. And
That was great, Becky.
wait,
you.
what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, that's why it took so long for Chinese democracy to come out. They're approving karaoke tracks. I was going to say that what I like about that is that pick is like, because Axl Rose's vocal range is kind of like, it's pretty high, so you can just like, you're right in the pocket there.
Yeah.
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 And then he also like has his like, he's kind of got he moves in a certain way. You can kind of emulate that. That's a lot of
Yeah.
fun,
And you can
Performance
also
as
like
well.
Yes.
like make fun of it. Like I mean,
Yeah,
like do your
sure.
funny voices towards
Sure,
the
yeah.
end. So it's like really you can go in with any kind of like motivation.
That you know what? Billy Corgan's the same way. Like
Mm-hmm.
a big fun singer is kind of fun to do karaoke with because you can imitate them. Why?
true.
Yeah.
Also, but there is the intros and the O's. You had a bunch of O's in
Yeah, I
other
know.
songs.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are always tricky.
Those are tricky
Yeah.
to figure out what to do. All right, my last pick. This is one I will close down a bar with, and this is
In which way?
you're about to find out.
Like how that Delta flight turned around because of the diarrhea incident?
No, this one is a song that I know well because it was drilled into our heads. We had to memorize it when I was a part of the Christianist indoctrination org known as the Boy Scouts of America.
Wow.
And this is a song that is a
Oh
lot
my
of fun to
God.
sing in front of a full bar. And because you'll get some ironic approval and you'll get some genuine approval, and that mix is always fun. This is Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA.
Dear God. Dear God.
All right, this one's loading.
Loading.
Just like America.
President Biden approval.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. Hey. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Thanks, buddy. I used to be able to sing that without looking at the screen.
Wow.
The lyrics to my heart.
Wow.
That song sucks. It's so bad.
That song You know what?
It's so obnoxious.
I'm sad that being patriotic is it's like you look like a domestic terrorist.
But you can get
patriotic.
But this is the thing, and probably post-Trump, you can't do it anymore. But I mean, like for a long time, there was a stretch where you could do it, and again, you get to play both sides because they either think you're making fun of it, and they're like, aha, that's funny, or they think you like believe it, and they're like, yeah, hell yeah, man, you know.
I want to play both sides again. It's fun.
Hey, they're good people on both sides.
I loved that, and I love America.
I do love America.
Yeah.
All right.
Mitch, your final pick.
Becky, I'll let you go first.
Okay. My final pick is I like songs that are about working hard during the day.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just being proud of yourself.
Okay.
And I do love the song also because it includes a lot of punching in the dance. Should you want to do the dance? Proud Mary by Tina Turner.
That's a great one.
And Ike.
I was doing some anticipatory dance moves as this was about to start.
And then there's also a super long intro. Oh my God. I guess I like songs with intros. She's like, left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, was worrying about the way that things might have been. Big wheel, keep on turning, Proud Mary, keep on burning, and we're rolling, ooh, rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. I cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis, I pumped a lot of chain down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city until I hitched a ride on the riverboat queen. Big wheel, keep on turning, Proud Mary, keep on burning, and we're rolling, ooh, rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. Said we're rolling, rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. And then they take it up a notch.
Yeah.
Not as easy to dance to the karaoke version. Maybe they do a quick camera cut.
Oh, that's a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day. And I never lost a minute of sleeping, worried about the way that things might have been. Big wheel, keep on turning, Proud Mary, keep on burning, and we're rolling, 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 rolling on the river, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. All right.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I think that was the greatest moment of my life.
That ruled.
That was good as hell. And that's a great one.
I never thought about like what pumped a lot of tane meant. And I realized it's octane.
Mm-hmm.
Pumped a lot
I thought
of
they
tane.
said I thought it said pumped a lot of chain, and I was thinking ate a lot of chain down in New Orleans, we could say.
I thought pumped a lot of chain, but I thought maybe chain was gas. So I think I was the both of your feelings in one.
Is it chain or tane?
I thought in the lyrics it said chain. But look, we have no time.
We don't have
we're already over.
We're already over. We got to close this out.
And we're going to close it out with my last song, Wags. I was going to do You Got It by Roy Orbison. And then I thought, you know what?
It is pumped a lot of tane. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. That's good.
So the karaoke did get it wrong.
Yeah.
Then I thought, you know what? It would be nice to do a nice in memoriam for someone we lost.
Oh, sure.
The great Jimmy Buffett.
Wow.
Margaritaville. But then I thought of one last song, and that's what I'm going to do. Emma, also an in memoriam song in some way.
I apologize in advance. This is already stuck in my head just looking at it.
There's a million reasons why I don't believe it. There's a million reasons why it can't be true. Open fire can't melt steel. It's not hot enough. It's nothing new, it's not a mystery. Check out the Reichstag, Germany. There's a million questions still
Go on, answer.
There's a million questions still to be resolved.
Out of... I won't sing this part.
Seven still remain alive. It's not a mystery.
The only thing I like about, because I've never really focused on the
9/11, 9/11, what went down with Building 7? It's a mystery to this day. The towers felt with such precision, reasons given. The towers, it just fell.
This sucks.
Yeah. They kind of gave up on the lyrics midway through, but for the first part, they had the lyrics on screen, and the font is Papyrus, which is the same font that the Na'vi use for their dialogue in Avatar.
It was fun in theory, and then when I had to read some of the lyrics, it made me feel icky.
No, that was great.
Just some of them, though. The
Just
others
some
were
of
great.
them.
The others were great.
And a stirring tribute to Jimmy Buffett and his memory.
Instead, we went with Martin Noakes. I wonder what old Noakesy is up to now these days.
I'm sure he's doing lots.
I'm sure the COVID video will be out soon.
Just like you're proud to be an American, I could sing that without looking at the screen at one point.
Becky, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you guys.
Always a treat to have you in studio. We got to get back for another main feed episode. Please plug your show and anything else you would like to plug.
Sure, yeah, my show is Tight. You can get more information at tight-show.com. And I also host a podcast, Too Stupid to Live, where I review romance novels 5 and under.
Very fun podcast. I've done it before. We'll happily come back anytime. But yeah, people should check it out.
So funny, always funny. We love you.
We love it. And then the show, and just remind us of the date again for people who are in LA.
Okay, for the people in LA, the show is September 27th at 8 p.m.
There you go. Check it out.
Hey, thanks, Wags.
Oh, there you. You know what? If that happens at karaoke night, I don't know where I was going with that.
We can't sing.
No, I was.
Emma, hit him with Margaritaville.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Quite stylish. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? Frasier has left the building.
Doughboys Media.